There we go. All right, so I guess I can do that, whatever. There, right. So you used to be able to fast vault any direction, any distance, even from start, you could just go straight over, right? And you could do it forever. The entity would never block it, right? This will kill a shack, by the way. It had a window, and a door, right? There is 0 chance of a killer hitting you here. Look. Nothing he can do can get you. And this is just one. Like, look, there it is, and then boom. You don't even need to go through quiet. You don't need to go through quiet. This is what it used to be like. It goes down there for some reason. It's very new, we all were, but look. This is why people talk about infinites. When you hear people say infinites, either they're parroting what they've heard some streamers say or someone who's played the game for a while say, or they have actually been where the game was like this, with actual infinites. Right. Here we go. Look how fast he vaults. Look how slow he goes. Look. How did we ever get survivors? Someone tell me. How did we ever get survivors? Someone please tell me. Like, this is what I mean by how was it successful, because this were the game. Like, this was real. And when people talk about like old school players of this game, this is the game they were playing. This is why it's so weird when people are like, oh, this guy was really good. Like, yeah. The game's quite a lot more skillful now. No bloodlust. No entity blocker. Survivors would call this balanced, yeah. That's why you have to take it with a grain of salt when people talk about things being fine as they are, because they said things were fine as they are here as well. So that's why you always need to take it with a grain of salt. A good yeah. Here's a good situation to be in. Like, that wasn't a good situation, but yeah, you have this as well. You can abuse the third person. You can't see you can see him. So. And survivors didn't do this. They actually got caught. Like. It's. Okay. And then he's, oh, that's how slow traps were. That's why when people are saying, oh, survivors are always getting nerfed and killers are always getting buffed, well, this is what it used to be like, so it kind of makes sense why that's happening, right? But if you just hear it like that, it's like, oh, yeah, you're right, that is very unfair, but this is what killer used to be. So there's kind of a reason why killers getting buffed and survivors getting nerfed, but obviously, if you don't see this, you don't understand. That's just one loop, and there's another loop here. This is Ironworks and Misery, right? I saw this. This was hilarious, right? So this is Ironworks and Misery. So you know this is still a god loop, right? Down here, there's a god loop. But there were more than just that. There's also this. Look how they run, by the way. Look how they run. Alright, so there's this. You know this place up here. So these windows are blocked now, but these used to be open. All the windows that you see blocked are actually used to all be open. Every single window. There were no blocking on any of the windows that you see now in the maps. This is how it used to be. And look at this. This is another perfect example. So this isn't even the infinite down here. The infinite down here was even stronger. It was insane. This is the weaker infinite, and it's still insane. Look. And this is like one infinite next to another infinite. And the devs were saying this took a lot of skill as well. Remember that in one of the dev casts. This is old school though, but watch. Here we go. And people got hit here.
It's close, but you can do it. Nice, trying to do that again.
I don't know why slow vaults that. You could fast vault it. Slow vault's actually getting kind of scary. The trapper went over. Well, killers went over windows a lot slower as well. State of Bedlam thinking the 20 free months as well. Will this analysis go on YouTube? Maybe, I don't know. It's hilarious. This is what I mean though. Like this was part of the game, as well as insta flashlights and all this crazy stuff. And Killer did have one thing that was crazy. They maybe had more, but the one thing I remember is they were instant. You know, they did have that. But this is why when people are saying like, you know, the survivors are always getting nerfed, killers are always getting buffed, you can kind of see why, right? It's not like it's a biased reason why. This is this is like insane, right? If you're good with survivor, you never get caught. Like it's kind of close to this still. The idea of if you're really good with survivor, it's hard for you to get caught, but it's not. You'll never get caught anymore. Funny though, right? It could just fast vault there, see? I don't know why we're always slow vaulting it. There's no reason to.
Okay, he's finally giving up. Finally.
I remember going against this.
Maxed out my boldness already.
And then you'd have like survivor main streamers like back in the day who were doing this, and the chat was going like, oh my god, that's amazing. And they're like, oh no, like, yeah, I remember, man. I remember, and it was a tedious time. There was something else I was going to show you, but I forgot now. It's whatever. We'll jump on. But yeah, that's the reason why I said it's crazy how it actually like took off, right? With the game in that state, it actually took off. Now I understand it because it's in a way better state. I completely agree. There's still loads of balance issues and stuff, but nowhere near as insane as it was. I remember. Yeah, man. I remember that shit. The Killer's Vault was well slower. It was about half the speed what it is now. Shows the current play for both sides. I do, man. Cam Gaming, thank you for the horse. Appreciate it, man. But there you go. You got this game when it was free. That's why people talk about infinites. Because they were actually infinites in the game. But now I've tried to change what I say to God loops. Which makes more sense because there's no real infinites anymore, but there is God loops, and a God loop is something which wastes a massive amount of your time, and there's nothing you can change about it. It's always going to waste X amount of your time every time you go against it, minimum. So I usually leave God loops alone. Have I seen Joke? I have, yes. Insta-blind flashlights, yeah. You could get insta-blind flashlights where they turn around for an unreactable moment. You can react to it and insta-flashlight you as you were walking behind them. So as you were chasing someone, they'd instantly turn around, flashlight you, and you'd be blinded. MLG, I thank you for the 10 months as well. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, mate. You also couldn't look up to look away from the blind. There were loads of stuff, man. So whenever you hear someone say they're biased towards killers, they're always buffing killers and nerfing survivors, you kind of see why they were doing that. So remember that video, or maybe even show that video. I feel like playing a kid today. I played Ace pretty much all yesterday. Alright, so what we're using. 2 perks are entity. Oh, I can't use Kate on this one because I don't think I have any perks left for entity. I guess we'll do Claudette. Okay, so 2 perks can be mine, so I'll probably use Dead Hard and DS as mine. I don't have Dead Hard. Oh yeah, I do. Dead Hard and DS. And then 2 perks need to be the entities, so let's see what we're getting. Let's see what we're getting. DVD seatings. Alright, let's see. We've got Deliverance. Ooh, okay then, we can do that. Let's get head on. And